So I actually recorded a most of this tier list, but I realized my mic wasn't plugged in, so we have to redo it. Fuck my life. So welcome to the COD Zombies map tier list. I saw Mr. T Lexify and NoahJ456 do their rankings, and I decided I got on my own. So I found the same tier list, had to type in the same link to find this because Tier Maker is kind of a hard website. We're gonna get rid of some of these. So how tier list works is that you just have this. S is maps that I think are the best maps, and F is worst maps. We're gonna go over criteria real quick. Gameplay, how iconic the map is, storyline, replayability. That's kind of the four I'm looking at for these maps. These are Extinction. I'm not counting them because I've only played the first map, and I don't even remember which one of these is the first map. I think it was Awakening, or it might have been Nightfall. I don't remember. Could have been Mayday. I don't know. I've only played the first map, and they're not even technically zombies. So we're actually gonna start in the painful category. Actually, no, we're actually gonna put the four best map. We're actually gonna put the best maps, and then we'll do it. So right off the bat, we're gonna put the four best maps of all time up there. And where is it? Mob of the Dead. So, these are the four maps that most people agree are the best maps in all Call of Duty Zombies. But how do you rank them in order? Because I think I agree with Lex in saying, well, all these maps are basically interchangeable. Sometimes you're feeling Mob of the Dead, sometimes you're feeling Origins if you're doing Easter eggs, Horizon Drag because of the bow, Shadows of Evil because you want to do all those extra Easter eggs. But in my opinion, Horizon Drag is the best map. I think it's just the map that does the least wrong and the most right. The bows are so cool. I honestly like them more than the staffs, even though technically the staffs are better if you are going by an objective standpoint. You have the first boss fight, that Keeper boss fight, that's still hard to this day. Still have a hard time with it because that's how well designed it is. I do think that Shadows of Evil does number 2 put the most love into it because, dude, they put so much love in it. This is Treyarch's fucking baby, okay? They love this map. Did you know that they made a theme park ride for this map? This is a real thing. Like, look it up. It is a real thing. It was a real Shadows of Evil, the ride, based on Morgue City. Cool map. You have the Apothicon Servant. Wish you could upgrade it, but you can't. The Easter egg is basically just everyone getting their upgraded swords. And then you upgrade the swords, you give them to the Keeper, you do the flag step, which is one of the best team-based Easter egg steps ever. I love that. And then, dude, you have so many side Easter eggs, like the gumballs, you free gumball, you throw the grenades for points, that thing where you throw the Widow's Wine grenade in the lions' mouths. You had Widow's Wine, only new perk in BO3. And then I think Origins and then up the Origins has the staffs, Collectathon. I like the BO2 version more because I think Gobblegums ruined the flow. And that glitch with the fire staff for the Easter egg, whoo! Kiss that glitch. Mob of the Dead is building the plane. The problem is I don't really want to talk about these maps because they've been talked to death. So Mob of the Dead, you know Mob of the Dead. So now we're going to do F tier. And then we're just going to do randomly. F tier. The worst map is the Tortured Path. And the reason I say the Tortured Path is because it's not zombies. I never bought DLCs for World War II, but I played all these maps at friends' houses. And I remember when this map came out, you could only play it on public matches, and it was like a mission-styled system that you had to unlock. So you paid $15 for a DLC and you didn't even get to play it. Complete garbage mess. Terrible map. It's not zombies. There we go. Now I think as the worst zombies map, actual zombies, Beast from Beyond. Beast from Beyond, I played this on launch day. And it's another thing that's not really zombies. It's like Extinction. The wonder weapons from Extinction. There's cryptids everywhere. The Easter egg is garbage. There's Morse code for the Venom X upgrades. The Mephistopheles boss is cool, but once again, it doesn't even feel like it's in Beast from Beyond. So it's just bad. I hate this map. I never want to play it again. F tier is maps that I just never want to play again. Next up, this is hard. I know a lot of people are I know some people who are gonna be sad by this pick because Burger Town. I got my 7th grade science teacher to look up Burger Town on her computer. I don't know why she did that, but she did. I didn't ask her to, but she did because I kept talking about Burger Town. So, I mean, the map locks down after round 30. The fucking special zombie rounds are the survive. I don't even want to think about the survivor rounds. The Easter egg is you making a hamburger. You have the dog rounds, that weird ass boss. It's like a Panzer, but like also George Romero from Call of the Dead, so he just never dies. But he doesn't give you anything cool. And then if you fail the special rounds, you get the power turned up. Dude, I don't even want to talk about that. Next up, I think I gotta do it. Groston House. I played this today with Don, and holy shit, is it bad. The first time I actually played this map was with a friend who I'm not really friends with anymore. So that's another thing that's kind of like ruining it for me, but it's... To unlock the mystery box, yes, you have to unlock the mystery box. You have to shoot lanterns. Some of which are outside the map, and you can't see anything in this game. So it's just garbage. It's not fun. There's a whole pack-a-punch process which involves you throwing a jack-in-the-box at a beam and then paying 10,000 points at a piano. So it's just bad map. It's bad. It's not fun. But I mean, what can you do? What can you do? I think next map is Frozen Dawn. I played this map once at a friend's house. It's just boring. There's nothing to it. The outside of the map looks kind of cool. I noticed that. But it's not a good map at all. It's just, I don't have much to say about Frozen Dawn. Next one is... I had it on my mind. What was it? Darkest Shore, yep. You can't see... It's so foggy on this map. The boss, I guess, is kind of cool, but not really. The Meister Muklers. It's just... Me trying to think of things to say about Darkest Shore is just so difficult. It's just not... You can't see anything. Next, we're going to get it out of the way. It's Blood of the Dead. Lex said if Mob of the Dead didn't exist, Blood would be a better map. I disagree. Blood is bad all on its own. The shield is one of the worst mechanics ever. Even if Afterlife hadn't existed in Mob of the Dead, it still would have been a bad mechanic. And you have to do so much of the Easter egg for it to turn on the Pack-a-Punch. It has like everything I hate about zombies in it. A moving Pack-a-Punch. Too many boss zombies. The dogs and the Brutus are too crazy on this map. The Magnagat is cool. The Acid Gat's in the map for no reason. It sucks. The Golden Spork is in it. And then there's the upgrade, the Golden Knife and the Golden Spork Knife. But it's so hard and convoluted to do that, like, no one's ever done it. The Hell's Redeemer is way too difficult to do. I've tried to do it. It just glitches out most of the time. This map is also really glitchy. Hands down, the worst Easter egg in all Call of Duty Zombies. All of these, even Beast from Beyond is a better Easter egg than Blood of the Dead. Because Blood of the Dead has Morse code, shield blasting people. It's just not fun, and there's no payoff. The story is really good, but, like, it's just not. It's so bad, it's not even effing worth it. So, now the next one, some people might get a little angry at me. But I think I gotta say it. It's Alpha Omega. Alpha Omega does not get enough hate. It brought back Ether for BO4, so a lot of people got hyped for it. It's a remake of Nuketown. which I noticed Nuketown isn't on this list. I could not tell you where I would rank it. But Alpha Omega, the Pack-a-Punch can get and the power can get turned off by, I think it's the crawlers that put the Nova Gas or whatever in the vents. No. Rushmore is just Sophia, but an American, which is stupid. The Easter egg is bad. You have to, like, input stuff. The Raygun Mark IIs, instead of making the Raygun Mark IV, they did the Elemental Raygun Mark IIs. Two of them are terrible. The dual-wield one and that shotgun one are garbage. The lightning one and the explosive one are fine, but they're so annoying to build. And the Helion cell was so much better. The Nova Crawlers, oh my god. We did not need new Nova Crawlers. They're so bad. Like, they're so terrible that you don't even understand. Skip ad. It's such a bad map, and it does not get enough hate. People honestly cut this map a lot of slack. I don't think it deserves it. It's really bad. Like, it's a map I never want to play again. No desire. I'm actually going to do something. I did it. And here's why. I would much rather go back and play Blood of the Dead and try to, like, do that Easter egg and master that terrible Easter egg, because it's more interesting to me than Alpha Omega. Alpha Omega has nothing to offer me. It's just boring. It's not even fascinating like Blood of the Dead, how there was Mob of the Dead, then Blood of the Dead was such a failure. It's not even interesting. It's just stupid. So that's why I think, yeah, Alpha Omega is a garbage map. So I'll talk about that for a little while. And I think I think we might have the last of the F tier in a second. Yes, indeed. Voyage of Despair. Voyage of Despair is one of the more... I don't know, okay. Watch Mr. T Lexify's RIP Voyage of Despair video, and that sums it up pretty well. And basically what he said was, there's no emotion to the map, it's a Titanic map, and it wasn't utilized. All the rooms look the same, and you never know where you are. The Wonder Weapon, the Kraken, sucks really bad. I played this map with Don and Matthew recently, both of them at different times, and both of them agreed that the Kraken's just way too underpowered. It's just so bad. It's not worth it. It's not... Like, Lex was telling a story when he was at Treyarch playing this game. He had Jason Blundell behind him. He got the Kraken out of the box, and he didn't know it was the Wonder Weapon. That tells you anything. The Easter egg has a really cool boss fight, but dude, shooting pipes, the clocks, shooting planets, it's just not worth it. I never want to go back and play that map. It's just boring. It's just bad. All these side Easter eggs that are so convoluted and stupid that no one does. No, it makes me so mad. Okay, so I'm actually deciding... Yeah, okay, we're going to do it random now. Because I think that's the best way to do this. Okay, Transit. Okay, we'll put this up. Don't worry, it's not going to be in C, but I think it's good. Transit has aged... I don't know if I want to say this. Transit has aged the best out of this and Die Rise. Transit, don't get me wrong, it is a bad map. I'm putting it in bad. But dude, there was a time when Transit was the worst map of all time. And it's kind of crazy how ever since that we've had maps like the Tortured Path, Groston House, Voyage of Despair. Transit, I kind of yearn for the days of Transit being the worst map, because that was a fascinating failure. Limitations on consoles, the denizens, the fog needing to cover it up, the Galvan Knuckles being cool, the characters not being great. You had the sentry turret and the electric trap that you can't even really... Well, the sentry turret, like, doesn't work. And neither does the electric trap, but the sentry turret can kill you. And if you don't believe me, go and try to use it. It'll kill you. The Easter egg is you lighting up a tower. The Wonder Weapon, the jet gun, is terrible. I do hope that it does look like they're truly going to remake Transit for Cold War. I hope they can fix it, because there's a lot of potential. The bus has only B23R. And Smith Play said in his retrospective that if you put an AN-94 on the roof of the bus would be so much better, and I agree. If you put an AN-94 on the bus, literally fixes a lot of problems. Transit, we all know why it's terrible. It's like beating a dead, just the vapor of a dead horse at this point. I just think, yeah, it's bad. It's not painful. I can still go back and play with friends. We'll leave it at that. 9. First map in the A tier. Only map where the BO4 system worked, but it still has some flaws. I don't like the Blight Fathers. I know some people say, oh, you don't complain about the Blight Fathers. I'm going to complain about the Blight Fathers. They're not fun, but this map has the 4 towers representing the 4 perks was genius. The Scorpion's really cool, even if it slows down throughout the rounds. It's still good. I really like it. Dude, the characters actually kind of felt like they worked. It was literally a hallucination, and it's like 10 times more beautiful of a map than Voyage of Despair. Like, you have the upgraded shield, which is cool. You're going to make the Brazen Bull. Great shield. If you know what a Brazen Bull is, I apologize. It's kind of brutal. Torture method, but you have the knife. You plug the knife into the shield and you shoot fireballs. You can upgrade it so it's green. It's really cool. Map layout is super easy to get around. The Easter egg's actually not that bad. I actually kind of like it. There's the tower step where you have to like kill the certain catalyst zombie. It sounds like it would be bad at first, but it ends up not being bad. And then you kill a fucking elephant. Fucking elephant. Great map. It's not up in S because BO4 system is still bad at the end of the day. But yeah, 9, great map. It's the only map that Jack actually liked. He hated every other map we played in that game, except for 9. So that was funny. Next map. Town. Average. A friend of mine once said that this was the best zombies map of all time. I don't know what he was talking about, but I understand that a lot of people have nostalgia for Town. Because Transit was so bad when it came out that everyone just wanted to play Town. You had Pack-a-Punch, Easy Pack-a-Punch already unlocked, sitting in the lava. You had Galvanuckles just on the wall. You could just hit the box. You could just have a fun time with friends. It's just a fun map. Best survival map. And I still have fun with it to this day. I still can get on there, play it. Grief on it's honestly kind of fun. Then there's Tombstone. Legendary. Okay. Ow. Okay. Outbreak, I've been super torn on ever since it came out. It's not what Cold War needed, but it's still a fine mode. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't like the Easter egg for it. Either of them. The boss fight, Legion, is terrible. Timed boss fights better not ever come back, Treyarch. But I mean, it was cool. Something I do hope the new update makes it better. Like, I just wish there was more objectives, more shit to do in it. It just feels like very repetitive after a while. And I hate the, what's it called, the escort, the rover. That just takes so long. A lot of shit just takes forever. A lot of missed potential. And that's, I'm going to keep it in lackluster. I'm just going to keep it in D and lackluster. It's not bad, but it's not really that good either. It's lackluster. It's kind of fun to just sit and talk with friends because it's chill. But I would rather just train in one of the round-based maps. That's Outbreak. And actually, no, we're going to rank the second Outbreak. The Exo-Zombies Outbreak. I don't like Exo-Zombies. I don't like the system. I don't like Infinite Warfare's clunky system, and that's why this is going in average. Because as a map, it's not that bad. The system will forever make me sad. It's cool, it's a small map. That's the first Xville with Raptor 1. It might not have been Raptor 1, but you did escort Xville on a helicopter. Foreshadowing. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to put Descent right above it. Because Descent, while being a really cool map, it's like underwater. It's like an underwater Atlantis. It's a cool-ass map. I just don't like the Exo-Zombie system. And yeah, that's a me thing. Like, it's not a... I know a lot of people do like it. Noah J put it as the 5th best map of all time. I think that's crazy, but it's a good map. It's not for me. It's one of those things that if you don't like Exo-Zombies, none of these maps are going to work. And that's kind of like the fatal flaw of Infection, is that the system sucks and the map sucks, so it ends up being the third worst map of all time, because it's just bad. These are actually maps that are designed well, but the system kills them. So yeah, there we go. Firebase Z. Top of average. I'm pretty sure this will remain top of average. I was fine with Firebase Z until they nerfed the Ray K. The Ray K was cool. That was one cool thing. The Easter egg doesn't make sense. That Pokeball step, I don't even want to think about that. I played this with 3 friends that I hadn't talked to in like 2 years, and I played with them, and we did this in the D Machine Easter egg. And this took us so long because the Pokeball steps, one person would end up killing the Mimic. Then you have to wait around. It's just bad. And you know, we're actually going to rank the other 2. Where is it? Mauer. These 2 aren't good. Mauer is the best Cold War map. Mauer has the coolest Wonder Weapon. I like the Disciples. I like Klaus. I like the Easter egg. The only issue is, that keeps it out of the great category, the characters. Valentina actually was kind of cool. I liked her boss fight, but when you're just generic soldiers, it just doesn't click the same way as like Drak does or Origins does with the Prentice crew, because they don't have personalities. Like I love listening to Peck and Gorev. I don't really like the Requiem crew that much, but like, it's not gonna ever work, and I just don't feel an emotional connection to it like I do these 4. D Machine, the dye gun is really bad. The electric one's okay, and the shockwave can be helpful. The dye gun isn't very good. The ray gun being the best Wonder Weapon again was so nice. And then they nerfed it. They have a problem with nerfing stuff in this game. They need to fix that. They nerfed it. High rounds using Ring of Fire and ray gun on top of the penthouse. Dude, it's fun. I do kind of want to go for another like round 500 on D Machina, but like it's hard, dude. It's hard now with the nerfed ray gun, but I like D Machina. Really good starting map. I think that needs to be said. Very easy pack-a-punch. Very easy training spots. Big open areas, dude. D Machina is so good. I love D Machina. They just need to fix the characters. And I hope that they do actual characters for the last map. I doubt they will, but I hope to God they do. So back to randomness. H-Evo. Bottom of great. I like the gauntlets. Well, the light one and the Haiti and the Karen one. The one where you have to grab the adits or whatever, and you can't heal, and you're sad. I like the pack-a-punch. Like you have the eagles break it open. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you tell, I didn't play too much BO4, but Ancient Evil's cool. The Easter egg boss fight's pretty cool. I'll give it that, but not much else I can give it. Call of the Dead. Lex would say put it in S or A. I'm putting it bottom of good because objectively it's not great. Great Easter egg. George Romero, really good boss, gives you a Wonder Waff. Scavenger's cool, but it runs out of damage. VR11 sucks. VR11, man. That's my guy. The map layout blows. I'm sorry, Lex. It blows. Sorry. Falling places and not being able to get up then having to run around is bad map design. It's bad. The fog is really bad. You can't see shit. But dude, PhD in the Scavenger makes me want to put this on S tier. But I think I gotta be a little objective with this. I know I did Exo Zombies objectively say, I'm not objectively saying they're not my thing. I'm just gonna put them in average. But Call of the Dead for me is an A tier map, but I'm gonna go with kind of the consensus and put it bottom of good. Die Rise. I didn't actually pick a random one. I just went and grabbed Die Rise. I'm going to say it I think Die Rise is worse than Transit. Do you like dying from fall damage? Do you like them putting Nova Crawlers that jump and trying to tell you they're a completely different thing? Do you like depression and flinging yourself off a trample steam because you can't handle it anymore? Do you like elevators and waiting for elevators in a zombies map? Do you like sadness? Because if you do, you'll love Die Rise. I like this liquefier fine, but it's not enough to save it. It's bad. I think Liquefier might be the only reason it's not painful, because I like training with a Liquefier. If that wasn't in the game, I would never want to come back to that map. Die Rise is... It slowly did overtake Transit to become the worst map. Die Rise has aged the worst. Transit's aged and gotten better. Die Rise has no meme potential any... Well, no, it does. I have the remastered Die Rise t-shirt. I know that for sure. But, like, Transit... I would much rather play Transit than Die Rise. I'm just going to be honest with you. Ooh. Okay. I might get some flack, but if you don't put it here, you're lying to yourself. That's it for S tier. That's it for S tier. Nothing else in S tier. Zombies in Spaceland is amazing. And I'll tell you why. It's like one of the most unique zombies maps. I like the little alien ray guns. The head cutter, the shredder, the face melter, and the Discord. Even if some people don't like shooting the targets for the Discord. The shredder, you do the thing where you shoot the thing in the boat. That was pretty cool. The Easter egg is super simple. It's not easy, but it's simple to understand. It's simple, so it's easy to understand. And so you don't feel sad like with this map where you're trying to figure out Morse code. This is a map that's easy to understand and it's actually skill. It's a hard boss fight, but it's not hard to figure out how to beat the boss. You gotta shoot him, and you gotta train, and you gotta be good at the game. The roller coasters, the tickets, the extra grenades, all the custom... Oh my god, there's so much to do on Spaceland, and I'm never really sad when I play it. I know Don would probably have a lot to say about that choice. He likes Spaceland, but I think he would say the Infinite Warfare system ruins it, and okay, I get maybe you can say that. But Zombies in Spaceland is a fantastic map. There's not much wrong with Spaceland. Only map where it worked, and it only went downhill for me. Never reached that same level of greatness again. 5. I would rather play 5 than Exo Zombies, but not Town. I love the characters in 5, but early rounds are just so hard and frustrating because of, like, you know, you're running out of ammo and really bad guns. Because you have stuff like the MPL, MP5K, the Spectre. I don't know if that's a wall gun, actually. The PM63 guns that have, like, no ammo. You're just struggling for ammo on round 4. It's hard. It's a challenge. I like it. But it's average. It's not a great map. And I'm going to might as well just put Classified right below it. Because I think Classified is worse than 5 because it doesn't have the characters or anything. I guess that Witcher's Howley Strike was kind of cool. BO4 system that pulls it down. I'm not going to lie. Okay. The Giant. So, it's iconic. Derice is an iconic map. First map to have Pack Punch. Incredibly important map. And actually, I'm going to put Kino here. And let me explain. Kino is the most overrated map of all time. Or at least in the running for the most overrated map of all time. Derice is a better Kino. Kino is just Derice in the theater. Derice is cool. You have the Wonderwaff. It's still not too easy like Kino is. There's no Nova Crawlers like in Kino. Kino is like... Actually, I would rather play Outbreak than Kino, so that was going to blow. But, Derice, you have camping on the catwalk with sniper rifles, always being fun. The Wonderwolf. It does take your Jug in World at War, which blows. I've never played the BO Wonderies, but I bet that would be better. And the Giant, you have the Wonderwolf that didn't work at launch. Go watch videos of that shit. That shit was bad, but it was a cool map. And we're actually going to rate the World of Wars. We're going to put Verrückt and Shi No Numa in lackluster because they're not bad, they're just boring. Shi No Numa I like more because you can get to ridiculously high rounds on World of War. First map to have the Wonderwolf. And it's easy to train, it's cool. And then we're going to put Nacht. We're going to put it... I would rather play Nacht than 5. Nacht is hard. But the problem with it, where it does, the high rounds are super boring, but you still have to be skilled. It's slow. Super slow. BO3, even with Gobble Guns, it's slow. Which sucks. But it's a fun map. First map ever. You can't get it too low, because we won't even have zombies if it wasn't for Nocturne Toad. I'm actually going to stop doing these randomly now. Okay, we're going to go in order now. Zetsubou. I'm going to be honest. I would rather play Zetsubou than 9. Zetsubou is Origins, but like a little worse. I love the setting of this map. Smith Blaze, when this came out, said this was the second worst zombies map of all time. He said Die Rise was better. Can you believe that? Saying Die Rise better than Zetsubou? The KT4 is the wonder weapon that fits a map the most. You can use it to get around the map faster by shooting the spores. You have the gas mask to make the spores not an issue. You have a zip line that's useless, but it's cool. The Thrashers are probably my least favorite part of the map, but they're still fine. They fit the map really well. And if you're good, it does. Once you get used to them, it's not that big. They're not that big of a deal. The Spider boss fight is so good that it makes up for the lackluster Takeo Big Thrasher boss fight. And that ending cutscene will make you tear up every time. Dude. It's a cool map. It's really good. I think it's aged probably the best of the BO3 maps, to be honest. Dreisendracht was always loved. It just kind of aged the same ways. That's about aged the best. And I'm going to say it. Garad here. I know I give Garad a lot of hate because of Lex putting it as the best map ever. So I'm going to complain about it while putting it really, really high. I hate this Easter egg. The Valve step is garbage. The trophy collecting step is garbage. Most of the challenges are boring as hell. The bomb step gets your adrenaline pumping, but other than that, all I do is record on my phone and I'm sad. I like the lockdown step the most. I know Lex said it's the worst. I disagree. I think it was actually kind of cool because it wasn't just the Okay, well, no, we're actually going to talk about the regular lockdown for the Dragon Strikes. That shit is so bad. It takes so long that I want to off myself every time I do it. Like, legit, every time I get to Pack-a-Punch, I'm not even excited to go to Pack-a-Punch. I'm thinking, God, I have to do the lockdown. And the Ray Gun Mark III is really cool. I like the Ray Gun Mark III. Because it's not good for high rounds, so it's not overpowered. It's really helpful for the Easter egg, but then it becomes an issue because you need it for the Easter egg or you're going to hate your life. And that's the truth. If you don't have the Ray Gun Mark III, you will hate your life. And that's just the way it is. You will hate life if you don't have the Ray Gun Mark III. Because try to do the Valkyrie step without monkeys or the Ray Gun Mark III. Just try it. You are not going to have fun. But you have the boss fight, the dragon and the Nikolai fight. Nikolai fight is too hard without Gobblegums, but it's still amazing and cool. Too easy with Gobblegums. I love it. It's a great map. Amazing map. It's not as good as people like Lex and JC say it is. It has some cool Easter eggs like the upgraded shield. I just don't think it really hits the S tier like a lot of people do say it does. So I'm actually gonna throw all of BO1 in real quick. And I'm going to explain why everyone made it to the place it was in a minute. Moon is the worst of BO1. And let me explain why. Moon, and I'm not counting Chronicles. If I was counting Chronicles, Moon would be a little higher. Moon has an Easter egg with a really good ending, but when you really go back and think about your time doing it, you realize that the Easter egg is actually really bad. You need 4 things of RNG to go your way. You need to get the wave gun out of the box, the Gersh devices out of the box, and the QEDs out of the box, and you need Tunnel 6 to get activated. I don't know what the latest round that can happen on. I think it's like 26 or something. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you do all that, and then you have to type on a computer. Just hit square a bunch. Listen to some honestly pretty good dialogue. Then you knife a ball around. Okay, no, actually, we're going to go in order. I'm just going to describe this Easter egg to you. You do Simon Says. Okay, cool. You then do some hacking that's kind of garbage with the teleporting nova crawlers. Fine. Push the buttons. Wait for Tunnel 6 to get activated. Knife the ball. It's not as fun as it sounds. Then you kill zombies on the one canister, you open up the pyramid, and Samantha comes out. Whoa! It's actually kind of cool, though, so I'm not even trying to be sarcastic. Then you have to throw a grenade at Area 51, throw the Gersh device, and throw a QED, then find the wire that you're probably not going to know where it is, and you're going to end up running around the labs, holding square a bunch. And then grab the pipe, and you put in, you hold square on the computer, then you fill up the pyramid, then you do another shit, the earth blows up, and you're happy, but the gravity sucks, the spaceman sucks. I'll probably make, if I do end up making more videos on zombies, I will probably make a video on why I hate Moon. On BO3, you can do the thing with disorderly combat to get a ridiculous amount of money on Area 51. But dude, I hate Moon. Ascension is, I hate the space monkeys, and it's just boring. That's my main issue with it. On BO1, it's ugly. Space monkeys ruin it. On BO3, I think it actually works because it makes, if you don't use nukes on that map, bye-bye perks. You ain't getting that. You ain't holding, you hold Papa Perkaholic, that shit ain't staying. Shangri-La's my top. Shangri-La's my top behind 5 and Call of the Dead because I really like the Easter egg. The Pack-a-Punch is really bad on co-op, especially in public matches, because you're just never going to get that shit open. But I love the amount of teamwork you have to do with that Easter egg. I had a lot of fun doing that with the boys. I would go back and play Shangri-La again. Baby Gun's really cool. It's like infinite damage, but you have to take a risk by running back into the zombies. I like the napalm and the Shrieker zombies. I think they actually had a good challenge. It's a hard map, and I can really respect that. If you don't like hard maps, then don't play Shangri-La. That's fine. It's not for everyone. Rev. In the running for the most disappointing map of all time. Let's just be honest here, guys. Revelations is a... I was so hyped for this map. I played it at... I didn't play it at launch, September 6, 2016, because PSN was down. I didn't get to play it till September 7th. Real tragedy for me. I know, I know, tragic life, dude, I know. But it's fun. There's only 2 new areas, a spawn room and inside the Apothecon. Lex said it's a fun Easter egg once you get to know it. It's not. It's a bad Easter egg. Shooting... Don't try to tell me the shooting rocks is fun. Just don't try to tell me that. Don't try to tell me shooting rocks is fun. It's not fun. The little Arnie step, where if you mess it up you have to get a max ammo. Yeah, I love that one. That one's a really good step. The most underwhelming final boss fight in any map ever. Yeah, it's just... It's another map I just don't have time to talk about. Dead of the Night. Good. We're putting it here. Bad characters except for Godfrey. Easter egg can be a little confusing, but once you have it done, that's an Easter egg. Once you know it, it's fun. Because Zodiac scratches aren't that bad once you know where they are. Once you just understand where they are, it's not that hard. And it's fun. The boss fight with the werewolf is really cool. I like that. I like the part where you have to kill the werewolf in the triangle. I thought that was a really cool step. I like the one where you have to literally burn yourself at the Wicker Man and then find the ghost. I thought that was really cool. So yeah, Dead of the Night. Silverbolt's really cool. I know a lot of people hate the Nosferatu's, the red one that jumps on you and scratches your face. It's terrifying, but it's cool. I'm gonna put Farm there. But Dude, Dead of the Night. Oh, that's a good map. Bus Depot. It's better than Farm because Bus Depot's hard, and I respect that. Farm is just boring. That's all I have to say about that. Tog. It's lackluster. It's a fine map. I'm fine with like the Vril device thing. Dude, I just don't know. I'm not good at this commentary stuff, but Tog is just it's a boring map. It's just I was fine with Transit going back. The Wonderwall with the scope was weird. I thought it was funny. The Golden Pack-a-Punch was one of the coolest things though. Easter egg was really bad end to Ether, but I liked it. I liked the challenges. It's not a bad map. It's just not anything special. Oh god, the maps that are left. We'll do the one good one. Buried A. Bumgarad. Buried is actually really fun. Leroy was really cool. Nothing like him ever came back. The Easter egg ending, Super Easter egg ending, sharpshooters like in the running for the best Easter egg ending step ever. Real teamwork has to be done there. It's hard. It's not fun. Friendships will be ruined. I mean, it is fun. I meant to say it is fun. That's how it be. It's how it be. The Final Reich. There we go. Final Reich. I played this with Don and Jack. And we did the Easter egg. And then we deleted the game. Because the Panzer Mortar is kind of cool. It's kind of creepy. The Tesla gun... Okay, I don't remember which upgrade it was, but there's one of the upgrades for the Tesla gun. You have to get you have to kill bomb zombies with a certain trap. And Don just couldn't do it. And I don't even think it's because he's bad at the game or anything. I think it's just because it's a bad step. Because trying to get them down there is... Because they're so slow. And I don't have anything to say. Shadow Throne is cool. It's like a museum or whatever. I don't remember that much about it. I remember it being fine. These 4 final maps, dude. Rave. Rave is a good map. The crossbows are cool. Even the fucking Trap-O-Matic, dude. That shit is fun to use. If you know how to use that thing, it's great for high rounds. The Acid Rain, the Ben Franklin, I don't even remember. The Whirlwind. I like the Super Slasher. The Easter egg was solved in like, what? I think it was 8 hours or some shit. Something crazy like that. It's not hard. It's an easy Easter egg. You just find in pictures, helping Kevin Smith get his memory back, and then he turns into Super Slasher, and then you kill him, and then you go to Shaolin Shuffle. Dude, you see, that's a transition. Bad. Shaolin Shuffle is... I played this map with Jack, and the funniest meme is the crane style, because you whip out the crane style, and you realize that it was monkeys made this game. It was monkeys who made it. There's an Easter egg step where you have to do Morse code. Stop with the Morse code. You have to throw a shuriken at a rat cage and follow the rat who's like the smallest 2 pixels you've ever seen your entire life around. Fight the Rat King. It doesn't work. It's a bad map. And Attack of the Radioactive Thing. I would rather play Attack of the Radioactive Thing over Shaolin Shuffle because at least the map is kind of interesting. Shaolin Shuffle is a boring map. The Kung Fu's cool, but it's just... Attack of the Radioactive Thing is really bad, don't get me wrong. But the Easter egg's kind of cool. It's a bad Easter egg, but it's cool and it makes me want to come back. And we're going to do the 1X Zombies map I didn't play. Carry on. I didn't play it. So I know it was bad commentary. It is currently 2 in the morning. I hope you did enjoy this. If you disagree with anything on this list, you're wrong. You're wrong. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry if the mic quality is really bad, but that's kind of how it is. I made this because I couldn't sleep, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I said it like 3 times. Dude, I'm fucking tired and can't get to sleep. So thank you for watching. Leave in the comments if you would change any of this. Thank you for watching. It means a lot. Bye.